Hi, welcome to the new video. I am Rohit Desai, co-founder of JB Experts. In this video, we are going to understand what is limited liability partnership. So as you already seen the videos, proprietorship, partnership, now this is limited liability partnership. So difference between partnership and LLP is like in partnership, you had unlimited liability. In this case, you will have limited liabilities. So, in limited liabilities, you will agree to what certain percentage you're going to be liable for. What is the percentage of that you're going to take the liabilities? Based on that, this is going to be taken out. And the more beneficial thing here is this is not even what I say a far away from proprietorship and partnership, and it's not close even to the private limited companies. So when you look towards the gap, right, this is proprietors and partnerships, and this is private limited company. These come this LLP comes in somewhere mid. So these companies, do not misunderstand, okay, LLP is similar to private limited company. No, it's completely different entity. And when it comes to this kind of a business model, if you're establishing this for your export business, let's see what are the advantages, if this is suitable for you or not, if this is fulfills your requirement or not. Okay, so the first thing here is, so it's completely you have a limited liability protection which maintains your simplicity for your partnerships. So it's whatever the limitations, the liability is going to come to you, it's going to has a limit. So it doesn't take away all your belongings, all your personal belongings. That is not going to that is not going to happen. Whatever limited that you are confirmed that you are going to take a liability on, only that will be attached. Apart from that, nothing else will be taken off. So are you like, if you want to start it as a more than two, this is a good part of it. And every time whenever you need to have a partners, you need to have two designated partners all the time. Without that, the company should be closed down, because without two partners, there is no way you are going to run a partnership company. And moreover, there is no upper ceiling for this. You can have a number of partners in this, and you can do a business. And the thing that you need to look at is, if you're not looking for any external funding apart from your own money, this is safe business for you. You and your wife can start this, be liability partners. Whatever comes to you stays with you. Whatever has to go, then it will go only as a limited liability, nothing more than what you have been signed for. And moreover, you will be minimally regulated with the private limited company compliances, but not fully as private limited company. You'll be, as a cost effective wise, you'll be having a better benefits as point the expenditure wise or a compliances level wise. And what are the, whom does it doesn't suit to? I want the similar structure of a proprietorship. I don't want any more compliances. Then this is not suitable. You're looking for a public funding, not suitable. If you are looking towards saying that, okay, I want to have a reputation of a private limited company, then this is not suitable. This is not for them who is going to looking for public funding, wanting no more compliances than a proprietor or like a partnership company, or I don't want anything more or less than liabilities. Then this is not the firm for you. Okay, what are the advantages in that case? Why people get LLP registered? See, normally the companies who get registered is like consultation companies, legal companies, and sort of that. But when it comes to exporters, normally I don't see a lot of LLP companies are there in the market. And it's going to be a separate legal entity. So the identification of this is not something like, okay, you are the company and company means you. That is not going to be here. It's a separate different entity, and it's a separate independent business model. So it has a complete legal entity. So what you can do is, this is a legal body. Just take it as, okay, it's a company which can own properties. So okay, I want to buy a property, but I can't buy it on. I don't want to buy as a single person. So then in that case, what should I do? I have to go with partner someone. But how do I do it? Then I float a LLP company and then start purchasing the property in those name. So that LLP company holds multiple properties. So normally for an export import company, I have seen very less people who gets into LLPs. But yeah, this is one of the structural model which you can look at. You can sue, you can be sued by independently of its partners. So that is there as a legal entity. So normally all the consultations, business companies get into this. So that's something which you can check. Flexible management. Minimum two are always should be there, and you can add new, you can get new partners, board directors, or you can be keep changing them again and again, right? So cost effective setup, very cheap, very not so expensive as private limited company, a good to hold kind of a companies. No minimal capital required. Partners can start the LLP company with the minimal amount of capital, that could be 1 lakh rupees. So easy to expand. There is no limit of number of partners. You can go big as you want. Depends on number of partners, number of capital, what the business model you work in. You can grow big with it. Disadvantages of LLPs. So when it comes to LLPs, there is a compliances that you need to maintain. So there is monthly filing, yearly filing, quarterly filing, something like that, that you have to regularly do it. Or else if you don't do it, there is a huge penalty is going to come. So that is something you need to pay. So that is, if you don't want it, then yeah, this is how you need to manage it. So difficulty in raising capital, you obviously don't have an option of equity funding. So whatever the people have to invest, they have to come in the company, be a director and then invest. Or else there is no possibilities of getting a funding from them. Then continuity issues. So like you need to must maintain two partners all the time, otherwise it will be dissolved. If someone due to unfortunate my partner passed away, now I have to replace him with someone immediately, or else it will be dissolved. So these are something which you need to take a clause, and then you need to execute it accordingly. And limited recognitions to certain businesses. So people take it other way when it comes to LLPs. Do not accept things saying that okay, if I want to have a reputation of a private limited company, then you cannot get that in LLP. You should be a private limited company. So accordingly, you need to plan. So eligibility for a LLP. Minimum partners 2, maximum no limit. Designated partners should be 2, and 1 should be resident of India. And agreed contributions, how much I am going to pump in, how much is going to I take a liability, how much are you going to pump in, and how much liability you're going to own of the company. That is something you put it into agreement, that is partnership agreement or a limited liability partnership agreement. And then capital, authorized capital can be less than 1 lakh, or sorry, minimum of 1 lakh, maximum no limit. What's the documents required here? For partners, it's like PAN card and Aadhaar card, ID proof, address proof, residential proof, photograph of a passport size photograph. That's all what you need here. And if you are resident at office, if you are running the business from your home place, then you need to have a rent agreement and a no objection certificate from your owner. If that's not the case, if you own the property, then your electricity bill, your khatas, your property tax receipt or something like that will work. Then additional requirements, these were not required in your proprietorship, but you need this here, digital signatory certificate. So partnership or proprietorship, you don't need it, but when you start your private limited company, you need it. So this is a combination of half private limited company and half proprietorship company, right? So you need to have a DSA certificate, and that should be of one minimum, at least one director designated partner. So if I am naming one partner as a designated partner, I can name two, and then I can put on adding the names. But at least out of two, at least one guy who is a designated partner should have the DSA certificate. Along with that, you will be applying for a DIN, which is a director identification number, which will be unique for one single person for a lifetime. So if you hold multiple positions in multiple companies, you will be using the same DIN. You will be not having any position in the company without any DIN registrations. Then steps for LLP registrations: obtain DSC first and then apply for DIN, which is DIN, and then you need to apply for a name. You need to tell the CA with the name saying that okay, this is the name I want to register. So those guys will go ahead and check it in Ministry of Corporate Affairs website. They'll come back to you. If the name is approved, well and good. If the name is not approved, then they will ask you to choose a different one. Maybe once or twice you can do it for free of cost, then later it will be a charge. So that is something which you need to check. Then what is next? Then file incorporation form. So that is where all the documents you need to submit. Along with that, draft and filed LLP agreement you need to resubmit to the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. And this has to be done within 30 days of your incorporation. So then later everything is been approved, then you will have certificate of incorporations and registrar of companies. So once you have this, then yeah, that is a registered LLP, which is a legal entity body which is going to be started. Then you will apply for PAN and you will apply for TAN. So both are going to be used for your income tax and other taxation purposes. This will help you to run your business. Then what are the compliances that will be adding up more than the GST or partnership? In GST, we were just, in proprietorship, we had only GST compliances. When it comes to proprietorship, we had, in partnership, it was only partnership deed. But when it comes to this, we have to submit annually Form 8 or Form 11, depends on which one is required for you, that your CA will advise. And second, income tax filing that you have to do irrespective to what is your income is. In proprietorship, it was your option. In partnership, it was option. But in limited liability partnership, you need to go for registration without, if your income is nil, still you need to file your income tax. Then GST filing, that is will be on monthly or quarterly based on what the plan you have picked. But depends on that, you need to start filing. Then audit requirements. See, basically the thing here is when your audit requirement is not really mandatory, but if your turnover is more than 40 lakhs, then you have to get it. If your turnover is less than 40 lakhs and you have received one payment, which is one single payment, which is like a capital like contributions of more than 25 lakhs, then audit report is required. So you need to make those kind of checks. So these are important, right? At the conclusion, okay, what's my advice or what's my take on LLP? So normally I don't advise people to go for LLP for an export company. I wanted to share in this video is just for your knowledge purpose, but intentionally I don't want you to register LLPs. Either you pick a private limited company or go for proprietorship or partnership if you are like multiple people coming together. Apart from that, I don't want you to get into some situations where, see, this is not even reaching my full scale where it's a private limited company reputation, not even that. Either it doesn't even save me big money. So this is all going to have some compliances cost. It's just like 20,000-25,000, not really necessary. So if you want to have a full compliances, go for 40,000-50,000 of a private limited company, float it off. But this halfway is not really that what I advise. So, but still, if you are looking to acquire properties, if you want to sue someone, if you want to get handling of a property and all of it, for other business models, yes. But as an exporter, as an export consultant, I don't advise you to get into LLP registration for an export business. Very limited people do that. If they own property, they own business, they are into multiple things, then yeah. But or else, if you are starting new, then don't get into LLPs. This will not really help you, right? So thank you so much for watching this video. And if you have any thoughts or any inputs, please drop it into the comment box. I'll look into it. And thank you so much for watching this. Have a good day. And please subscribe and hit the like button and turn on the notifications so that every new video you will get a notification for yourself, right? Thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye-bye.